To all who come to this happy place, welcome.
Merry Christmas, everybody, and a very happy holiday season to you. Connecting you to more of what makes you happy, this is Kingdom Report Live. I'm Wade Heath, here at the Warner Brothers Studios Media District in Burbank, where we do coast-to-coast coverage of Disney Parks action. And joining me here today for all of the magical fun from AttractionFaction.net, Katrina Manzone.
Hi, everybody.
And Tyler Crouch.
Hey, everyone.
And we can't forget the man that makes the world go round, producer Curt.
Why, hello, Wade. How you doing?
Hello, Curt. Doing fantastic. And can I say, I feel a little bit of Christmas in my bones. How about you?
Just a little bit. It's a little Christmassy in here. Just a little tiny bit.
Just a tad bit.
There's something on
Except for
somebody's
Groot.
head. Yeah, where's
Still
Groot?
waiting for his cap on.
You know what? I went last Wednesday. They were sold out. I was very, very
See what
upset.
happens when you wait?
That's what
Yeah.
happens.
Well, I mean,
Should have been there Black Friday.
Oh my gosh,
Get
no.
the tiny hat for Groot.
I was other places Black Friday.
Very
Guess
disappointing.
Groot's not important.
You're gonna make him walk out on me.
We don't want that,
Yeah.
by George, no. Well, grateful to have Groot here, grateful to have you here, grateful to be with you on this beautiful Saturday. And there's another member of our team that we want to go to in Walt Disney World. He is our Walt Disney World correspondent. It's time for Gared on the Go. Gared on the Go time. Gared, live for us at Disney's Hollywood Studios in Walt Disney World. Gared, what's going on, man?
How's it going, guys? Happy holidays. I am here on another planet. I am on the petrified forest planet of Batu here at Star Wars Galaxy's Edge out here in Disney's Hollywood Studios. And today it is a very nice breezy day on the planet. It's not being too hostile. But yeah, it's a good day out here. We got a lot of people going around enjoying all the splendor and the magic that came into making this land.
Well, I'm happy to hear that. It sounds like Star Wars Galaxy's Edge has been the site of so much activity lately, including last week's grand opening of the Rise of the Resistance attraction, which you, of course, were there for opening day to experience, and we do have that video available here on our YouTube channel at the Kingdom Report. But tell us, what's been going on with Rise of the Resistance since opening day? I know that you've been watching it like a hawk because it's the center of everything for Walt Disney World right now.
Yeah, so Rise of the Resistance, currently it is probably one of the most popular attractions that Disney has ever conceived. For those of you that may not know, this is not a typical attraction where you'd wait in a queue and then you wait your turn. Essentially, this ride has been so popular that they created a virtual queue for this called the boarding group system. So essentially, once you scan your Magic Band and enter the park, you then go on to the My Disney Experience app, and then you have to join a boarding group. Now, that does not mean you get to go on the ride right away. What that means is you have to sit, or not sit, but you can run around the parks until you get a notification on your My Disney Experience app saying, hey, it's time for you to ride the attraction. So on opening day, the parking lot actually opened at 4:30 in the morning. There were guests there before even the parking attendants were. And then I slept in a little bit until 6, got into the park around 6:45, 6:50. And then I joined a boarding group right away. I got boarding group 64. And once doing that, I had to wait close to 8 hours before I actually got to ride the actual attraction.
And you were speechless coming off of that attraction for the first time. You've had some time to process it. You've had some time to kind of think about what the experience was like overall. And, you gave your thoughts in the video. But if you were to sum up this attraction, Rise of the Resistance, in one word, what one word do you think you'd choose?
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
That good. Wow.
I was trying to think of a one-word Star Wars word, but I don't know. It'd have to be one of R2's long beats, like "Woo!" or something like that. But that ride, I can't spoil it because Tyler refuses to watch anything about it until he comes out. When he comes,
I'm coming out there soon, so
me too.
we're gonna be there soon. So I just don't want to see anything. If
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna be there for a while, then I would definitely watch some stuff.
Yeah.
But it's like I want to go experience it.
Yeah. So without spoiling it for you folks as well as our lovely viewers, the best way to describe this ride is the attraction is set up sort of like a book where there are different chapters in which you become a member of the resistance. Then you go on many different experiences, and thus you have a rising action. You have a climax, and then you have an ending, and there's some characters along the way. No one there's definitely not a rogue stormtrooper, a Jedi, or a pilot at all, and there's definitely no droids or any people with red swords that go vroom, vroom, vroom. There's none of that at all. So
None of that.
Truthfully, a terrible attraction.
I knew it.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, no. It will. I got off it. I was starstruck, inspired. I could not speak. I could not formulate words. It's truly an attraction that you have to experience to truly understand. Videos do not serve it justice, but that is the highest standard of Imagineering, and that is what all rides should strive to be. I understand now why they couldn't open it right away, but it's a shame that they couldn't. But truly, for those 8 hours, worth it, because I was able to walk around and do stuff. But that ride, man, oh man, I cannot wait to go on it again personally.
Some incredibly high praise there from a guy who knows his attractions, that's for sure. A guy who definitely loves himself some rides. Gared, I understand that Disney's Hollywood Studios has also made some adjustments in light of all of the Rise of the Resistance activity. What can you tell us about that?
Yes. So first and foremost, every park has its normal operation hours, which is like 9 to 9 p.m. so on, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. so on and so forth. And also, in addition to that, parks have extra magic hours. For those of you that may not know, if you are staying at a Disney hotel, you get what are called extra magic hours, which means you get to go in before the general public to experience things. So that way, say you went to Animal Kingdom, you could go on Flight of Passage before everyone else even has a fast pass for it. Now, with this ride being so popular, people that had extra magic hours, that rule really didn't apply, because they were letting people in at 6:30 in the morning that didn't have extra magic hours just because they had to get people in. So what they've done is they've adjusted the times for Hollywood Studios, and they've made it open earlier, and they've kept it open later. So I believe today it's open from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. And then on other days, they have extra magic hours for after the park has closed. So there might be extra magic hours from like 10 p.m. to like midnight, or 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. So they've adjusted to accommodate not only the people that are showing up extra early to get on this attraction and get those boarding groups, which are the most precious thing at Disney right now, even more precious than a Mickey bar. But
Those are precious.
But yeah, so the extra magic hours will allow guests that maybe have not had the opportunity to go on the attraction to get in. I'm not sure how the boarding groups will work with them. They probably, once the last boarding group goes, they'll then say, all right, join the general queue, and then you have to wait X amount of time. But I like that they are now giving some love to the resort guests, because before it was a free-for-all. It didn't matter if you were paying $8,000 a night to stay in the Grand Floridian, or if you lived down the road. It did not matter. It was truly a Hunger Games style world where it's first come, first served. Good luck.
Now, I have a question.
Yeah.
So I've heard that with the extra magic hours starting at 10 p.m. at Hollywood Studios, you're not allowed to go into Rise of the Resistance. They announced it, like, I want to say today or something, that that's not a guarantee that they're going to have it open.
So what they've been doing this week is even if you get a boarding group, there's no guarantee that you'll get on the ride because of just the popularity of it. So that may be true. The latest article I read just said that the park would stay open. It didn't really mention much of Rise to Resistance, but it wouldn't surprise me if, due to the boarding group popularity, that they won't allow guests to go on there. However, I would just hope that because they are keeping the park open later, they would allow the guests, because that's the whole point of Extra Magic Hours, to get to see that extra magic when other people can't. So I personally hope that once all the boarding groups are done and Extra Magic Hours begins, people can still go on the attraction. But I'll have to dive into that and look into it, maybe report on it later.
It almost sounds like
Okay.
a Disney safeguard. That's
yeah,
what that sounds
I
like.
kind of want, they're not like setting up for expectation. They're like, it's closed. And then you go in, they're like, it's open, you guys.
Yeah, I think
And
that's
everybody's
exactly
like,
what that is. It's their
I-
precaution.
I would hope so, because we were even like wanting to do it at like the 10 p.m. one. But then I was reading that.
Get here at like 6 a.m. Be here at 6 a.m. Get in, because once you get your boarding
It's
group,
too early.
you can run around the park. So when I got here opening day, I got in at 7 a.m. I waited around. I went on Slinky Dog Dash, the Space Ranger spin, or not Space Ranger spin, the Saucer spin, and I went on Midway Mania. And then I had so much time, I left, went to Epcot, and came back. As long as the park does not hit capacity, you're able to re-enter the park. So
Has it hit
you can
capacity
hit-
yet?
I don't know if it has hit capacity. It
I
might
haven't heard
have
anything. Yeah.
opening week. It may have hit opening weekend, but on opening day, I left here at around 11:30, came back at around 1, and still had not hit capacity, which is usually the time when everyone's at the park. So it's a toss-up, but you are more than welcome to leave the park and come back later if that's what you want to do.
And then when your boarding group was ready, how long did it take you then to just get on the ride?
So they announce boarding groups on the app, and they'll be like boarding groups 54 through 66, and then you go, you scan your Magic Band, and then you enter the actual queue. I was in the actual queue for possibly, I want to say 35 to 45 minutes before I got to go on and actually experience the pre-show and all the other elements of the ride. I'm trying to not spoil anything, so I have to choose my words very carefully.
I know it sounds like it kind of blurs the line between like what is part of the attraction and what, like, it all just sounds like it's all one experience, sort of. Which
The queue is truthfully part of the attraction. The queue is just as much of a storytelling element as is the characters and the ride mechanics.
I'm excited. I'm excited.
Sounds like you're pumped.
I know. Our vacation's supposed to be relaxing and stuff, and we have to wake up at like
I
5
know.
a.m. to get over there,
Yeah.
park, and then be in line by 6.
Take a
Fear of
5-hour
missing out.
energy,
I know.
and you're good.
Probably won't even sleep that night. Might as well not even.
Just like
Sleep
the
in
old
the
90s
parking lot.
commercial.
Just-
Just
in the
wake
parking
up,
lot.
just be there with a cup of coffee at the ready, being like, "Are you ready to go?"
I'm
Let's
too
go.
excited to sleep, as the child used to say in that adorable commercial. But anything else we should know from Galaxy's Edge or Hollywood Studios? Anything else?
They're doing some construction behind the Beauty and the Beast stage show. I don't know what that is exactly. It could be making a walkway for the exit of Fantasmic, but truly all the hype is going on to this attraction since opening day. Every boarding pass has been snagged before 9 a.m. Today it was snagged before 7:30. So weekends are definitely the peak times that people are getting here extra early. But the only advice I would say is get here as soon as you can. Sleep is for the weak. A true Jedi can meditate awake, and may the force be with you.
Or go to Baseline Tap House and wait until your boarding group's called.
Knock back
That's what
a
I would
few in
do.
the morning, maybe a mimosa or
Yeah.
two.
Why not?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what
Yeah.
classy people do.
classy people do
Mimosas.
that. They
Classy
do.
people have alcoholism.
Yeah.
I
Classy
am
is
a
straight.
classy person.
I think we just heard an admission here today. Well, Gared, we look forward to you joining us a little bit later on for some other segments, but have fun in Galaxy's Edge. We'll be checking back with you in just a bit.
Sounds good. See ya.
Bye, buddy. All right, it's trending countdown time. Top stories, let's go. Trending countdown, where we go all in on those top stories of the week. And speaking of top stories, it sounds like we go to Katrina first with hers. What's going on?
Okay, so cool new app. let's get started. So I was talking last week about Indiana Jones, or a couple weeks ago, about all the new refurbishments that they're doing. Well, even more great news, they added an app. So they
Say
have like
what?
a Disney Play app where you can decipher a lot of the codes. So back in 1995, when the ride opened and you're walking through the queue, they
Before I
gave
was
you,
born. Right.
Was it really?
No.
No, that's not true.
I was like,
Wow.
shaking my head, liar.
And so they would give you like a decoder card, and then you would just go and use your time and just decipher what's going on.
I remember that.
Yeah, I don't think I wrote it when I was a kid. I was too scared. I just got through Peter Pan. I was feeling great, and then that rock comes down, and you're like, no,
Yeah,
I'm good.
The,
I'll wait.
the discrepancy of scariness between Peter Pan and Indiana Jones there's definitely a big margin there.
baby
I
steps.
remember the trailer, and I was like, or like the commercial, I was like, no. And then so my brother wrote it, and then I got a churro, so it's a win-win.
Oh, that's a nice
It's
trade-off.
okay. It's okay. It's
Yeah.
good. So anyway, so great news. They have the decoder back. New digital versions available on the Disney Play Parks app. The queue for Indiana Jones Adventure has always been an interactive experience, allowing guests to take part in the storyline from the moment they head towards the Temple of the Forbidden Eye. The Disney Play app, which was created to allow guests to interact with the Disney parks and the environment like never before, will take this adventure to the next level with the latest in-queue experience called Indiana Jones Adventure: The Gifts of Mara. As guests explore this game within the app, they will be able to once again decode ancient glyphs along with some new symbols and codes that have been added throughout the queue to piece together the legends of Mara. Each translated code will reveal a single portion of a map. Guests can complete the maps and receive a digital achievement and finish a set in order to piece together a special message from Mara herself. I almost said himself.
That is the confusing thing to me. That I read this story too. I thought Mara was a dude.
I did too.
I'm
I thought
pretty
the same
sure
thing.
Mara's a dude.
Yeah.
I mean, he used to be voiced by
She.
James Earl Jones.
How dare you?
Sorry. She used to be voiced by James Earl Jones.
It's 2019.
I was going to
nearly
say,
2020.
I
Can't
guess
say dude.
I shouldn't be wrapped up in the gender, I guess, but I
No,
just
you just
I-
assumed
it was-
that person's gender.
Yeah.
I'm
It's a
pretty
very deep
sure.
voice.
I'm pretty sure he's not wearing a shirt in a lot of the different mosaics and stuff of him. Anyway,
Yeah.
very interesting.
Something to dive into.
That's the most interesting thing about this story to me is that they said herself.
Yeah.
It did throw me off. I was like, assumed it was a him, but it's her.
For all this time.
Anyway, yeah.
So that's interesting that all of a sudden this app this playtime app is now focused on Indiana Jones.
They're really trying to push this Disney Play app, like, especially with, how well it's taken off in Star Wars.
Yep.
Now, might as well try to include it in a lot of the other rides because, like, I don't know. I wouldn't say, like, in Florida, their queue system is a lot more interactive in itself versus the Play app. And now I think they're trying to, like, I don't know, do that here at Disneyland, but they already have their queues built, so they can't really extend them out or anything. So might as well just include things on your phone.
Mm-hmm.
But, like the Winnie the Pooh over there in Florida has, like, the interactive walls, and they have, like, little play sets where kids can, like, touch it and stuff. And then the Peter Pan queue is, like, amazing in Florida. I think that's, like, I would just rather, it's a bummer of that for Fast Pass you can't go through that.
Mm-hmm.
So you literally have to wait to enjoy it, and it's totally worth the wait. Like Tinkerbell floating through the kids' room and stuff, it's amazing.
I like it too.
But Disneyland doesn't have room for that, so they're just really focusing on that Disney Play app. But now it's going to burn your battery, and then they do say data charges may apply.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
be careful, everybody.
Gotcha.
I think it's a really cool idea overall. I mean, I like that they're doing this stuff. I just wish that they were like over in Magic Kingdom, for example, they have like the Pirates League kind of like scavenger hunt you can do, or even at Epcot they have the like the Agent P thing where you can go around to the different countries and do this little scavenger hunt type of thing. I think it's all really cool. I wish there was more like physical stuff happening in Disneyland. Does that make sense? Like I wish that we had these kind of awesome little props and animations happening like they do at Epcot, like they do
Right.
at Magic Kingdom. That would make it a lot more fun to
The
me.
Sorcerer card game.
Yeah.
Have you
Yeah.
played it?
I have.
Oh, it's like such a fun game, and it's free, and then like you run around, get your steps in.
Uses
And-
space that's already there. animates stuff and creates a really engaging experience on top of everything else that's going on, but doesn't detract from anything.
No.
Right.
Yeah.
It keeps kids busy. I mean, we've done it.
Yeah.
Tip, you can use your phone if you don't have the card.
Oh.
We've done that a couple times.
Oh, yeah,
We look
playing
up a
the-
card picture, like a picture on the phone, and then we use it, and then it actually sometimes works.
Oh my gosh.
Well, it's a good tip for people who want to experience, like, for example, like say the Halloween card from last year. Let's say you didn't get the Halloween card. You can just pull it up on your phone and see what the animation looks like if you really want to know.
So
There was one
encouraging
time we
cheating
did
is
it.
what you're saying.
It's not cheating. There's no cheating. You're still
Sometimes
playing
we
the
can't
game.
Fly over there, you know. There was one time they released a Christmas card, and it was like 2 weeks or something before the Christmas happened. Remember? And then you pulled
Yeah.
up the card,
I
and
just
you're like,
pulled up a picture of the card. I was like, oh, it's already in the game, even though the card's not even available
and
yet.
it's not even available yet. And then a cast member walked by, and they're like, "Oh, well, you need cards." I was like, "Oh, yes, of course we do."
or
yes,
a cell
understood.
phone, either one.
Right. Yeah.
So that's a hot tip.
Found that workaround.
There you
Good
go.
for you. Well, can't wait to see what that looks like in person. What
It's
else is
gonna be
going on?
exciting. So they also announced, there's a lot of good news going on this week. The Disneyland Park is getting the new parade.
Hey!
So it's starting February 28th, 2020. Seems like so far away, but it's so close.
It is, yeah, it's
It's
weird.
like next year, and it's like 2 months from now. It's
Yeah.
fine. So it will celebrate awe-inspiring moments of magic that are in the hearts of so many Disney stories. Mickey Mouse leads this new daytime spectacular through Main Street, USA, revealing a parade of stunning floats, beautiful costumes, and beloved Disney characters. And the parade will also feature an energetic musical score and new song co-composed by singer-songwriter Todrick Hall. I don't know who that is.
Of YouTube fame. He also did some MTV stuff, but yeah, Todrick Hall.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, big Disney fan, that guy.
Well, that's really cool. I'm sure he's like stoked to get
Yeah.
like a co-songwriter thing. And then so some highlights are from Walt Disney's Animation Studios' record-breaking hit Frozen 2. Anna and Elsa explore the mysteries of an enchanted forest protected by Nook, the mystical water spirit, as their friends Kristoff, Sven, and Olaf tag along. And on her voyage canoe, Moana's fourth on the crest of the towering wave, inspired by beautiful koa wood carvings and inset with dazzling animated glimpse into the magic of the ocean. Yeah.
That's a mouthful.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
whoa. Anyway, and then joining Moana and her journey is legendary demigod Maui, making his Disneyland Resort debut on his own magical island, along with Moana's adorable pet pig, Pua. And I'm so excited to see little Pua.
Yeah,
my
that'll be
favorite.
cool.
Pua in person.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, adorable. And then also another one I'm really excited about is the Coco float. So Miguel
Yeah.
appears in person for the first time, celebrating the magic that happens when he strums the guitar of Ernesto de la Cruz in the Disney and Pixar film Coco. This spectacular float bridges the land of the living and the land of the dead with vibrant marigolds and fantastical alibreje. Yeah, that's how you say it. Spirit animals join in the procession along with Miguel's dog, Dante. So that's really exciting. I'm like super stoked for that one.
that sounds cool.
It's a beautiful, I don't know, such a beautiful film. So I'm excited to see it in real life and actually see like a real Miguel, not a puppet
Yeah.
that haunts my dreams sometimes.
Oh.
And then the Regal Grand Finale of Magic Happens celebrates magical moments from several classic Disney stories, including the happily ever after scene from Sleeping Beauty with the trio of fairies and Princess Aurora's gown shimmering between the hues of pink and blue. It's going to be pretty legit. And Magic Happens will remind us we don't need wings to fly, that shooting stars are made to wish upon, and that magic doesn't stop at midnight. So stay tuned because the Disney Parks blog is going to be releasing more information before February 28th to get you guys excited for the parade. But I'm excited to see this change between Aurora's gown of blue and pink, because isn't there one like in one of the Asian parks that does that? My ears are falling out.
Oh.
It just keeps like
Tighten that up.
I'm pretty
Isn't
sure
there?
that was a
Or is that a
video
fake- or
going
is that a
around.
fake
I think
video?
that was a fake video, but I could be wrong.
Bummer.
Fake news, as they say.
Maybe.
Well,
I'm
I
wrong.
hope that fake news is real news for Disneyland, because that is going to be legit.
Yeah, I wonder how they're going to do that during the day.
Magic.
Yeah, sorry, my bad. Magic doesn't end after midnight. I just realized. So
We don't ask stupid questions here, Tyler. Magic solves everything.
Wow.
So, simple.
I mean, all you
Done.
need is some trickery and all that stuff. But
That's right. That's all you need.
I'm super stoked. So yeah, that's what's going on.
I think it's thrilling that Disneyland finally is getting a new parade.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
I like
Sure.
Soundsational.
Yeah, Soundsational is really nice.
But I mean, it was fun. Like that music gets to you, you're like Soundsational, and you're like, yeah. And you just
Tremendous
wanna dance.
soundtrack, yeah.
But it's nice to see something new. I'm hoping Paint the Night either goes to like Florida or something because they need it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a while since they've had a nighttime parade.
They should have a nighttime parade, honestly.
Yeah.
But I'm excited that we get the new parade.
No kidding.
Yeah.
After a string of entertainment cuts that have swept through the parks, this past year, cue that echo. JPEG.
I was like, the echo.
Cue that echo.
I totally forgot about last week's joke already.
So
I'll never forget about that joke.
Chairman of Parks and Resorts having maybe a few things to do with sweeping entertainment cuts that have gone through the parks this past year. It really kind of depressed the parks in a little bit of a way. But knowing that this new parade is on its way to Disneyland, super
Especially in
pumped.
February, like
Yeah.
the end. Well, I guess like spring break soon, but it's just surprising that it's gonna be at the end of February.
Yeah.
So
Great time of year to have something thrown in, I guess.
Yeah, to get people in because it's always dead. So
Yeah, I think for spring break, they're probably getting it ready.
yeah, I'm excited.
Yep. It's
can't
going to be
wait.
awesome. Tyler, what else is going on?
Yeah, so jumping over to Disney World, I suppose, the Beaches and Cream little ice cream shop that's over at the Disney's Beach Club Resort is going to be reopening with a brand new look and some new goodies on December 26th. So,
Yum. Day after Christmas, huh? What a gift.
yeah, I know, really, yeah. I know, a day late, but that's fine. I'll take it. So when it reopens, there's going to be an enhanced layout, which has it's going to be expanded to offer some more space to guests. The new look is going to embrace the timeless charm of an old-fashioned soda fountain, which it already kind of does, but this is kind of more of a modern look, I feel like. Soft shades of teal, almond, and rose adorn the walls. And
Almond.
Ooh,
I know.
almond.
Remember when, I wasn't all around for it, but remember all the houses that had avocado in the kitchen?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
I remember like avocado carpet, like the color.
I just remember going into a lot of old kitchens that were strangely avocado colored.
California proud. That's right.
It's an almond era now.
Yeah, exactly. But as well as those colors, there's going to be accents of blue and yellow. Colorful decorative balls are going to be reminiscent of beach balls. They're going to be scattered throughout the whole place. And of course, the jukebox is going to still be there. It's going to have hits that span the decades. Very exciting. Beaches and Cream is a nice place. I'm excited for it to reopen again, and especially because of some of these food choices. I'm not a big salmon guy, so forgive me. I'm not excited for this one, but there's going to be a seared salmon fillet sandwich with bacon aioli on a house-baked multi-grain bun, which honestly, bacon aioli. Maybe I could be a salmon guy. I don't know.
That's all it takes.
That salmon sandwich at Lamplight Lounge is like similar, and then I got you hooked on that bacon aioli.
Well, yeah, like if you go to
Good.
Lamplight Lounge, they have a bacon aioli that literally has like these giant chunks of bacon in it. It's
Oh.
crazy. Yeah.
It's like they have this like salmon. I mean, like side note, salmon sandwich, but it's like a nice fillet of salmon.
So-
and then they give you like bacon, like a bacon aioli on top of it with like crispy prosciutto. So it's just like this.
It
Oh,
is.
It is so good. And so now it's just like I tell Tyler, if you want a burger, just ask for like the bacon aioli, so you don't like have to pay extra for like bacon or
Yeah,
something.
it's
And you get
actually
both
a
worlds.
good deal.
Sounds captivating.
It is good.
Oh, my.
It's like my favorite sandwich.
Wow.
Yeah, so
I
I'm
must try
excited about
this.
that. It sounds really good.
Along with that salmon fillet sandwich coming, there's going to be a French dip sandwich, which is going to be topped with crispy onions and Swiss cheese on a toasted French roll. And then they're gonna have multiple selections of loaded tots, I guess. But the one that they wanted to highlight was this plant-based chili loaded tots with cheddar cheese, sour cream, and green onions.
Wow.
And then along with that plant-based option, they're gonna also be featuring a plant-based burger, which will have plant-based mayo on it as well. There's gonna be caramelized onion, balsamic onion jam.
Veganese or something.
Yeah, exactly. So it's going to be some kind of soy-based thing, if I had to guess. But
Nothing like plant-based tots. That's
I think,
for sure.
well, the tots are always going to be plant based.
know.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you,
right.
Wade.
Let's point that one out.
Yeah.
That sounds breathtaking.
It sounds pretty good, and of course they're gonna the specialty shakes and sundaes are gonna be making a return. Of course, when they do reopen, there's gonna be a seasonal cheesecake, the old-fashioned apple pie cheesecake, which sounds, hey,
That
if you're an
sounds
apple pie
interesting.
fan,
Yeah.
then that's right up your alley. But another plant-based option, they're very into the plant-based stuff with this.
It's the new hotness.
I guess so. This dessert sounds amazing though. Cookie fries.
Whoa.
Which I don't know exactly what that entails. Or I guess they're just going to be strips of cookie.
Yeah.
But they're going to come with dipping sauces, marshmallow cream, chocolate, caramel, and strawberry. And again, all plant-based. I guess the cookies itself and everything are...
Interesting.
Yeah.
They're really jumping in on this plant-based train.
Yeah, so if you want to, if you would like to go see Beaches and Cream on the 26th, you can make a reservation now. And it sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun.
That's
So,
exciting.
That is a restaurant that is quite hard to get into because it's so small. The concept arts that we've shown to you today does make it look like perhaps it's a little bit bigger. Maybe they just reconfigured things. I mean, it looks wider than I remember. It looks longer than I remember. So, perhaps it's just the art. I don't know, but it definitely looks like, all right, maybe they found a way to add capacity for the sake of being able to enjoy it. But all those menu items make it a destination worth visiting yet again. Nothing changed. I still want to go there. I still want to enjoy it. And if you're at the Beach Club Resort, no greater place to stop by than that little restaurant. It's right next to the pool and perfect for their mounds of heaping fries and now your plant-based tots.
exactly.
That's right.
Exactly. And so along with that news, there is some more Disney World news here. For those that don't know, La Nuba was the Cirque du Soleil show that was over at Disney Springs for many years. That show closed last year or earlier this year.
I feel like it's been forever.
I know, it seems like
Yeah.
it's been a long time, but anyway, the new show that'll be coming to that theater is going to be called Drawn to Life, and it's the first time ever that the Imagineers and Cirque have worked together along, and also not to exclude Walt Disney Animation. They'll be working along with the two crews to create a new show. I'm going to read the little description here. It's a story of Julie, a courageous and determined girl who discovers an unexpected gift left for her by her late father, an unfinished animation piece, guided by a surprising pencil. She embarks on an inspiring quest sprinkled with her Disney childhood memories. Through this journey, she learns to imagine new possibilities and animate her new future. So it sounds like a lot of fun. The reason I'm bringing all this up is because right now, this very instant, you can book tickets to this new show, and it's opening spring 2020. It's doing some like kind of soft opens starting March 20th. The first 4 days are already sold out, so if you want to go see it March 25th, you can go do that, I believe. But then it's going to be opening for realsies on April 17th. So, it sounds like it's going to be really cool. I think if I had to guess, I mean, with that Imagineering story that has been coming on with Disney Plus and Mickey's Runaway Railway and now this, I just feel like this is going to be some top level projection mapping.
Oh, yeah.
And I think it's going to be really spectacular stuff that is going to be like a feast for your eyes, to use that old term. But it's going to be really cool, and I'm excited for it. So get your reservations or get your tickets. It's coming soon.
I didn't anticipate Disney being so heavily involved with this production this time
Sure,
around. I mean,
yeah.
this is the best news, and to even hear that sort of backstory makes me beyond thrilled to go see this show now. Like this is a driving force in me needing to see this show the next time I'm there.
It's funny because I have to admit, I've been to Disney World countless times now, and for whatever reason, I never saw La Nuba. I kind of wanted to in the back of my head a little bit. I was like, oh, I probably should go see it, but I just never saw it, and I kind of regret it at this point.
It was a great show.
Yeah, I'm sure it was. I really do think it was probably a great show, but I have to see this show. It's exactly what you just said. The Disney Imagineering coming together with all this and the animation studio. it's like it sounds like it's going to just be incredible. So
What a brilliant idea
Yeah.
to make this a must-see entertainment spectacular in Disney Springs. I mean, before Lanuba being an exclusive show to Walt Disney World, right? It wasn't
Sure.
something you could see anywhere else. So I mean, it was still, very much a driving force in an entertainment, a night out. It had been around for many years and had sort of past its prime. And now to know that Disney is so involved in creating a new show with a backstory and the latest technology, as you'd mentioned, Tyler, going to be cool.
yeah,
gonna be
it
exciting.
really is going to be. I don't know. I don't even know what else to say about it. I am just excited about it because it's just one of those things that I've always been a Cirque fan, but now with these two things coming together, and it's brilliant. It's a brilliant move too because people are coming to see Disney.
Yeah.
So if you're coming on a vacation to see Disney, why not throw Disney into the Cirque show?
I feel like
mean,
they
that
should have figured this out a long time ago. Maybe
Yeah.
they've been working on it for years and they're
Yeah,
just
I know.
waiting or something. But
So I wonder when Woody Woodpecker is going to show up in Blue Man Group.
Over at Universal, of course.
Yeah, over. Thank you. Thank you.
For those people
I'll
that,
see my way out.
that don't know what he's referencing. Yeah. Very good. Well, that's the news for this week. More Kingdom Report Live. Straight ahead. Don't go anywhere.
Do you know everything the ghost host is going to say before he says it? Are you ready to thank the Venetians each time you board Spaceship Earth? Can you recite Walt's opening day dedication speech? Then join the Kingdom team today, the influential legacy fan community featuring exclusive merchandise that will alert all who've come to this happy place that you are more than just another guest. You are a trusted theme park fan. Don't miss out. Join the Kingdom team right now by visiting the homepage at kingdomreportlive.com. That's kingdomreportlive.com. And now, back to the magic.
Disney list time has arrived, and this week it's all about the top 3 favorite things about Magic Kingdom Park at Christmas. And we go to our list aficionado, one Katrina Manzone, with that topic. Katrina, Christmas, Magic Kingdom. You seem to appreciate this holiday season.
I love Christmas.
What tops your list?
Okay, so I was really excited that you chose me. So I was like, yeah. Oh my gosh, Magic Kingdom with Christmas. I don't even know where to begin.
Spectacular.
So one, Jingle Cruise.
Oh, yeah.
That is probably one ride we're gonna ride over and over and over again as many times as we can.
We definitely need to get it in.
I love Jingle Cruise. I was so heartbroken when Disneyland didn't bring it back and went to Disney World, but I'm glad it still survived. And so it's pretty much, for anybody that doesn't know what Jingle Cruise is, it's the Jungle Cruise, but they make it very festive and all the boats are renamed in kind of fun Christmas, Hanukkah, I don't know, weird names. Name puns or something? I don't know. What's the word I'm looking for?
Yeah, I mean they use little alliterations
Yeah.
that just use they have mistletoe Molly or something. You know.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
It's
Yeah.
they're cute. And then all around there's a shipment that was supposed to come in, and the plane crashed, and then all these presents and decorations just pretty much threw up all over the Jungle Cruise. And so there's I don't know, presents everywhere. There's fruitcakes. There's the tribe that wear ugly Christmas sweaters. I don't know if they do that over there. I think they just have a stack.
Honestly,
their story is
the
different.
Disneyland one and the Magic Kingdom one
Yeah.
blend together for me.
I know they have. Anyway, so it's super fun. I love doing it, and I'm glad they have it. And then
Used to happen at Disneyland. No
It
longer,
used to, yeah.
unfortunately.
Sad,
Yeah.
And I feel like the Disneyland one was a little bit better because they added more decorations to it,
they
and the
did.
Disney World one's a little sparse, but it doesn't matter. It still survived.
Certainly.
So now they need to create more merchandise for Jingle Cruise. Is what I'm saying.
Yes.
And then my second one, a lot of people may not know about it, but Be Our Guest actually decorates the interior of for it to be Christmassy, because they already have, when you sit down in the main ballroom, the outside is always snowing. But now they add this beautiful Christmas tree. So if you've ever watched Beauty and the Beast, The Enchanted Christmas, they have the angel on top, Angelique, on it. So it's actually really pretty. And I remember Tyler and I went on on our second trip together, and we got a dining reservation, and then I walked in and I immediately started crying because it was just so magical. It's so beautiful. We went, I think, for dinner, and the tree was all decorated. It's just so beautiful. And then I was like, "What's up on the top of the tree?" And then I like immediately started crying, and I was just like, "Angelique, oh my gosh!" And then so it's such a beautiful experience. And then
something that I don't think anybody would even think about
Yeah,
being in there at Christmas time. You're right, because there is that whole other
forgotten.
film that they created that's basically between the time where Belle got like locked in, the castle with the beast, between that time and then when Gaston came with the torches and everything.
Yeah.
In between, there's this whole Christmas story that nobody realized existed, and Disney put that out many years ago, but it's like a direct to DVD, VHS sort of thing.
Yeah, it's an okay short. Like when I was a little kid and Beauty and the Beast: The Enchanted Christmas came out, my mom got it for me on VHS for Christmas, and I watched it every single year. And then I actually just rewatched it again because it was on Disney Plus. So I was like, Tyler, I'm watching this. You want to watch it? And so he came in and watched a little bit of it.
A little bit. It has the amazing Tim Curry in it.
Tim Curry's in it. Bernadette Peter plays Angelique. And yeah, I didn't really know Tim Curry was in it.
And Paul Rubens is in it too.
Yeah, and so they're
Pee Wee Herman.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What?
so he plays Fife, and then Maestro is Tim Curry. And so Tyler like
Wow.
immediately recognized their voice, and I was like, huh. Well,
How
that's pretty
cool.
cool. It's
Yeah.
interesting. And then they dabble with the new kind of like animation, how they use like in Hercules, and so it's just some scenes don't really mesh well with cartoon animated stuff. I don't know.
They were doing the computer animated thing for the first time, and
Yeah, so it just doesn't. Tim Curry's
doesn't always
characters
blend
don't
together
match,
that
but-
well, but
But anyway, it's still like such a beautiful kind of. I feel like people don't really like give it enough respect like it should. So
I didn't even know.
I give it respect.
But I didn't even know that Be Our Guest did that at Christmas time. So
It's
that's
so
awesome.
magical.
Great tip.
If you can get in for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, it's still going to be beautiful inside. But you have to sit in the main ballroom. You can't sit on any other side. Just right there, just to admire that beautiful tree. And then last but not least, obviously, I hope you're going to get this when we walk in like a couple days, is Cinderella's Castle.
Oh, well.
So it's just every time I go, I see Cinderella's Castle, I always cry. But when it's lit, it is so magical that you just get overwhelmed by how beautiful it looks. Like Disneyland, like the Sleeping Beauty Castle is cute, and it's quaint, like the decorations and stuff. But for some reason, this is just out of its world. Like it's still like a screensaver on my phone from years and years ago. It's just still so gorgeous, and I love looking at it.
It's on a grand scale.
And when Elsa just like lights it up, it just honestly, you need to watch it. And it's just so spectacular. And I'm like getting emotional just thinking about it now. Just can't wait till I go see it. So I would just say like you have to go wait for it to be decorated at night. It's just, oh my God. Those are like
I can see you tearing
it's
up.
happening. It's
so
happening.
excited. I can't wait. It's like I'm
He's
counting
already
down the
tearing
days.
up.
4 more days. So I can't wait to get to Magic Kingdom ASAP to see this. Anyway, so those are my 3. Jingle Cruise, you have to do it. Try to get in to Be Our Guest to see Angelique on the tree. Poor forgotten little angel she is. And Cinderella Castle, she, that's just, everywhere around Magic Kingdom is just amazing. Like going down Main Street, I always get choked up because you just see the tree and you see all the decorations, and then you see the castle in the distance, and you're just like, oh my goodness, like I'm here. This is actually spectacular. It's just, oh my gosh, I can't wait to go.
Me too.
So
There's a reason why Magic Kingdom routinely throughout the month of December is so overwhelmed with crowds. And then, of course, those 2 weeks of Christmas into New Year's routinely sees main gate restrictions and doesn't let people in on occasion because it's so busy and backed up. There's a reason why. And even though dealing with those crazy crowds and having to put up with overwhelming amounts of people wall to wall, there's a reason why everyone's there. And that is because it's unlike anywhere else in the world. It touches your heart. There's a Christmas magic to this that can't be replicated anywhere. So I know that every one of those is heartfelt for you.
Yeah, you kind of just forget what's going on in your life, and you just escape. And I think that's the reason why everybody loves to go to Disney World or Disneyland and go on a trip during Christmas is to kind of forget reality and just escape it and just enjoy it. Yes, it's busy. It's going to be crazy. And if you can't go during Christmas, like I think my favorite time of year, and I'll say it again, is like going from Halloween to Christmas within that week span, because I'm a Christmas person. He's a Halloween person. So we'll go for Halloween. I love seeing Christmas decorations, but it's just too busy sometimes to go during the holidays. So within like a snap of the fingers the next day, it's just Halloween's gone on the third, like on the November 1st. Most of the decorations are starting to get put up. Jingle Cruise usually starts on like the 2nd or the 3rd. And then the castle lighting starts probably later that week, around like the 7th or the 8th. And then you just get like best of both worlds. So if you guys can like try to manage, and the crowds are a lot lower at that point too. So if you can manage it, try to go at the end of Halloween, beginning of November, so you get like best of both worlds.
So perfect.
And that's how we work.
Katrina's top 3 favorite things about Magic Kingdom Park at Christmas time. Kingdom Report Live continues straight ahead. Don't you go anywhere.
Hey Kingdom team, do you need more magic in your life? We understand, which is why we connect you to more of what makes you happy 3 times a week. Catch our theme park coverage, vlogs, and reviews every Tuesday and Thursday. And experience the Kingdom Report Live, streaming every Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Pacific. That's new content every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, crafted with you in mind. Don't miss out. Be sure to subscribe and activate notifications at The Kingdom Report on YouTube. And catch every update throughout the week at Kingdom Report Live on social media. See you there!
It's Do It or Ditch It time, where we discuss whether or not something is worth spending our vacation time on or giving up entirely. And today, it is all about Voyage of the Little Mermaid at Disney's Hollywood Studios out at Walt Disney World. Something that definitely had a lot of activity in terms of the poll that we ran on the Kingdom Report Facebook page. It's something that I figured was, all of these were going to be, anytime we select one of these, it's usually because it's an attraction or show that's kind of past its prime, that not everybody talks about. But this one had an interesting reaction. We'll go ahead and take a look at what our Kingdom team out there in the universe had to say. Amy said, "Can't beat the live performances. Amazing puppeteers." Joe said, "I think it's a little too short. I would like a little more of the story. I hate to ever say replace it because it affects a lot of people working it." It's very considerate. Greg says, "I say yes because during the warmer days, it's a chance to see a cute show while sitting down in an air-conditioned room." And Brad says, "I actually forgot this was even in Hollywood Studios." So we asked everybody, is this part of your vacation? Are you going to make time for it? Or are you going to ditch it entirely? What do you guys say?
I'm going to say do it.
Okay.
I think because Hollywood Studios doesn't really have a lot. I mean, it has now it has Star Wars, but it's fun for like little kids. Like when we saw it for the first time, I was actually pretty intrigued by the live puppeteering and stuff that was happening. I thought it was really cool. Worth to waste my fast pass on? Probably not.
Would I get a fast pass for it? No.
No, that's one of my answers. But I say if you should watch it. It's a lot better than like the live action that they did on TV. That's for sure. Flounder actually looks like Flounder.
Oh, wow.
Dang.
I know. It was fine.
You put a Santa hat on and you turn into just a Jezebel. Look at that. Oh my gosh.
Goodness
I'm classy.
gracious.
I drink.
Exactly.
This is not water.
That's only classy people drink things other than water. Right.
Exactly.
Yes, yeah. Well, very good. Tyler, what about you? This is a show that's been around a long time and certainly appears that way on stage.
Wow. It's funny that you say that because my thing is I actually think that it's an impressive thing to see on stage. Like, personally, I'm into the puppeteering. It uses a lot of kind of blacklight stuff so that they can, hide the performers, the actual puppeteers. And they do a lot of great puppeteering with that stuff. They have a lot of cool kind of like for example, they blend a lot of projection and live action stuff. And like for the example I was going to use is like at the end of Under the Sea, you can see like a lot of the puppets and Ariel sitting behind a scrim, basically. They do the big sting at the end, and they're behind a scrim, and they project around them, this big group of fish. And so it makes it look like this big kind of, joyous scene of just hundreds of fish all celebrating together. And I think like it's the little details like that make it so cool. And not to mention that really cool Ursula like puppet or whatever you want to call her. I don't know. I mean, now that I can't see her at Fantasmic anymore, it's the only giant Ursula I have. So I'm going to say do it. I'm going to say do it. But with the caveat of like, you don't need to see it that often.
Yeah, I know. That's like my Country Bears phenomenon.
I guess so,
Yeah.
yeah. I think if you haven't seen it for a while, or if you've never seen it, I think it's definitely worth it, especially if you're going to be getting in your boarding group for Rise of the Resistance and then waiting around for 8 hours like Gared did. I mean, you're going to need to see Little Mermaid to kill 8 hours at that park. So
Sure.
I think it sounds, I think it's fun. I think it's the best show that they have there. I don't know. Indiana Jones, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. It's one of the best shows
Quite
they
a
have
toss-up
there.
for you. Yes.
I know. Now I don't know if what I said I actually agree with, but it's a great thing. I feel like I've been talking too much about it. Who's next?
Well, we'll take a look at the poll that we ran here for all of you, and we asked that very question of, is this something that you always see or not? And 63% of our Kingdom audience said, yeah, we always see it. 37% said, no! Update or replace that thing.
Oh, no.
But we go to Walt Disney World and Disney's Hollywood Studios now, right outside of Voyage of the Little Mermaid. Our own Gared Hassel. Gared. Look at
Yes,
that.
hello.
What do you make of Voyage of the Little Mermaid? Is this something that you often see? Oh.
No.
What?
He has his
Like,
own mermaid.
I'm sorry. While the puppeteering is impressive and they use the black light effect to very, very creatively, I just think like I hope the Wi-Fi's a little wonky, but it's not a show to go home about. It doesn't be like, oh my gosh, yes. Like if I want to watch Little Mermaid, I'll put it on the Disney Plus app and I'll watch it on there. I would much rather have this into a stunt show or something else, or I don't know, like
A stunt show. What property would you want for a stunt show?
No. I'm saying I would like a stunt show here or something. Like you
For-
could do the Caribbean one that they have out in Shanghai.
Oh, I
or
see.
You could, or like a Pirates of the Caribbean stunt show
Okay.
like they have out here, or you could easily do something else. But it's not with the times, and I truthfully forget that it's even here. I don't know, you turn it into an attraction or something, but for me, it's not going with it. So I'm sorry, 63%. I'm not with you guys on this one.
Wowzers.
Didn't they have a Pirates like little thing a while ago?
They
at
did.
Hollywood Studios. It was just like a little small thing. Like
They did.
Ariel.
It was kind of the beginning of their like black box initiative where they were trying to start these like the Lightning McQueen thing that they have
Yeah,
at Hollywood
okay,
Studios is
yeah.
a similar kind of experiment where they just try and take an idea and they see how far they can go with it. And I think projection mapping was kind of the thing for the
can see
Pirates
that.
one, but
Okay.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, I think, Gared, in this regard, I have to agree with you. When it comes down to Voyage of the Little Mermaid, when it comes down to this experience, it does feel wildly out of date when you go in there. The seats don't even look like they've been refurbished in 20 years. I mean, the whole theater just feels worn and sort of tired. The show itself is, anytime they do have video being projected, anytime there is video that's running, it's all fuzzy. It just feels. Oh, and the puppets, by the way, the puppets of Flotsam and Jetsam that you end up seeing in this experience also look like they were made in the 70s or something. I mean, they just look so decrepit and like they just haven't had any TLC. You know, I'm one of those people that might say, I don't think I'd stop every time. I would definitely ditch it, but I wouldn't mind it being updated. I think that an update would be beneficial to this, especially given what we can do these days with stage shows and experiences. This just feels so out of touch with what else is being offered in other Disney parks and on stage. It just feels like it's left in the 90s or something, left in the early 90s.
They definitely need to update it.
Yeah.
But I will say it's a nice show.
Well, I appreciate that. Yes, Gared.
Yeah, one thing I think is, being that California is my home and I miss Disneyland so much, I would love it if they could bring the Aladdin stage show out here, because that was the most hilarious show I had ever seen on a Disney property, and I was laughing just from the stand-up from the Genie's comedy to him messing around with Jafar being like, your last name was Pepper Shaker, you'd be Salt and Pepper Shaker. And it's just like, it's funny stuff, and I enjoyed it. So I would love an Aladdin show out here, because Aladdin does not get enough love, because Aladdin's my #1 movie.
Wow. I think it'd be perfect to move into Hollywood Studios.
I love the Aladdin show, but I feel like they're probably going to put in Frozen.
Oh, yeah.
Like, no doubt about
They already
it.
have a Frozen sing-along thing.
Yeah.
They would probably.
Yeah, they already have the
They
Frozen
want
sing-along.
2 Frozen shows.
They would be like
Two
Frozen 1 and Frozen 2.
Yeah, Frozen 2 will be on the other side.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
And Curt, what about you when it comes to Voyage of the Little Mermaid, Hollywood Studios? Do it or ditch it?
You know, I've been doing on everything so far, but this will probably be my first ditch it.
How about that?
Yeah, just because the experience I had with it, a tropical storm came in through Florida one time, and we were trying to get out of the rain, and we sat, and underneath, right above us was a pipe, and it leaked on us.
Oh,
the
no.
whole show.
Really?
So
that's
it
horrible.
was it was a bad experience.
They wanted you to be in the water with them.
Under the sea, you know?
You
Like
know.
the song.
Yeah. So
Go
and
get them fast passes.
I should have said something, but yeah, no, it needs to be updated. It just feels from the past. So
It really does. And Gared, we'll give you the last word on this, because it sounds like overall the Ditchits have it on Voyage of the Little Mermaid. A little unfortunate, I guess, for anybody that's a super fan of this experience. But what's your final word on the Do It or Ditch It for this?
I think it should be ditched. Like, it's nothing to write home about. I'd rather watch the Indiana Jones adventure, or even the Beauty and the Beast stage show. I love that show so much. But this show, like, if you compare the two, Beauty and the Beast and Little Mermaid came out about the same time in the 90s. Beauty and the Beast wins. It's just, like, I don't know. This show just doesn't do it for me. It's just, Ursula's cool, but it looks old. It needs to either be updated or get out of here.
I did see some reactions here in the studio when you were talking about Beauty and the Beast. I saw 2 reactions directly to my right that might indicate some contention.
We're like,
Well, okay. My I guess I know, Wade, you said he was going to have the last word, but my question to you, Gared, is if Little Mermaid needs to be updated, why does Beauty and the Beast not need to be updated? Because they both feel the same to me.
Okay. All right. So, Beauty and the Beast in its defense has been slightly updated. Hi, people.
Hi there.
Hey.
Are you going to share that beer? But folks, do not drink in Disney.
That's real magic.
she's not classy.
Beauty,
I'm just kidding.
Dang.
Beauty and the Beast, I think it could use like a whole stage makeover, use a little bit of touch-up. Like, luckily they did update the costume for Beast, so it looks more like the Beast now. But yeah, no, like the stage shows here definitely need an upgrade and makeover. Indiana Jones is pretty set because you can't really do that much. But yeah, Disney Junior Dance Party, which I'm also out in front of, that just got a makeover. So I think they just need to start touching up on the things around here. The older things, they just sort of leave for it to die, and they need to revive it or change it or something. Yeah.
Well, very good. And that will be the last word for Do It or Ditch It for Voyage of the Little Mermaid at Disney's Hollywood Studios. The Ditchits have it, unfortunately.
Boo.
Stick around because it's time for the one thing. The one thing is upon us, and it is the holiday season, a jovial time of year to be a Disney fan because you have the magic of Disney, the extra magic of the holidays. You combine the two, and it's an explosion of magic. And today, we're asking, what is your one Disney Christmas wish? So basically, what do you most want to see happen in Disney parks in 2020? So your one Disney Christmas wish. We will start with Katrina.
This one's really hard because I have a lot of wishes. JPEG.
Oh, JPEG.
JPEG. You know, my one wish is, I don't know, not to get rid of Five and Dime. I like that's
California
my
Adventure?
Disney California Adventure. I really love that show when I walk in. Yes, guilty. I don't really like stand and watch it the whole show, but I do like watching it and like listening to it and stuff. So I guess like my one wish is just to like, for the love of God, just please keep some action in the middle of the park to keep that park alive and to give what Buena Vista Street needs, you know, to give it that more lively animated kind of feature that we all adore and love. So that's what my wish is.
I don't disagree with that at all. Absolutely. Yeah. Very good. Tyler, what about you?
I have I guess my main one, I mean, I don't know. I have a personal one. My personal one is I want to go on Rise of the Resistance. I want that to happen. That's my personal. But the real thing that I really want to say is we were speaking about it earlier. I just really want Jingle Cruise to come back to Disneyland. I mean, that's my Christmas wish is for there to be fruitcakes floating in the waters of the Amazon once more. I don't know. There's just something about it that always makes me smile. And it was a lot of what you were saying earlier, like down to the goofy sweaters on the tribes people and stuff. It's just... it's sad that they don't do it anymore. It really is. I remember getting so excited when I would see them setting it up and be like, "Oh, Jingle Cruise is coming!" And even when they made the improvements to it, because they didn't always put out all the decorations, and then they kind of started putting more and more. And
yeah,
it's a bummer.
I don't care if they shut it down for a couple weeks. I'll survive as long as I get Jingle Cruise in the end.
Yeah,
you know, and they never even did shut it down. They shut it down for a couple days, you know, in the past. So it wasn't even. Oh no!
Christmas is
over.
It's only
now
just
it's
begun.
crooked.
How dare you?
Oh, thank God the show's almost over, you guys.
Jeez.
But yeah, bring Jingle Cruise back, Disney. What's wrong with you?
What's the matter for you?
Bring it back.
Bring it back.
Bring it back. And Kurt's one Disney Christmas wish. What's yours?
So, like, I love magic bands. I want Disneyland to have magic bands. I want them to bring that here. They're kind of testing it somewhat with in Tomorrowland, how you can go to a kiosk now, and it's very similar to Magic Kingdom. I want that here. I want to be able to just do the little ding ding when I go in through the park.
Yeah.
I love that feeling.
You don't have to whip out your card.
Yeah, I don't have to whip out
fumble
my
for your
card
phone.
or my phone. I want a magic
pay
band.
with your magic band. No
And
fumbling.
You could easily make so much money off it's just plastic. So
Yeah.
like.
People buy
It
it.
seems like it would I would have all the accessories and everything.
Sure.
That's what I want.
Would you want the fast pass system that Disney World has too, or just the magic bands?
Why not both?
What
Yeah.
what do you like getting it 30 days in advance?
Yeah.
Or because you're an annual pass holder. So
Yeah. I mean, I would like to,
You
let's
would,
just go through
Really?
the whole
Yeah.
process.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But I want magic. I don't understand why we don't have them yet. I don't understand what the process is or why it hasn't happened yet. But I want.
I don't understand that too, but I do agree with him on the whole magic band thing.
Bringing
That'd
on
be
the
really cool.
magic bands.
Yeah.
Well, and we will jump on out to our Walt Disney World correspondent, Gared Hassel, who's at Disney's Hollywood Studios to discuss his Disney Christmas wish. Gared, what is it?
So before we go on to that, I like Kurt's idea of the Magic Band. However, I want to keep the Max Pass system just because the Fast Pass system at Disneyland is so much better than out here where I can get on 7 Fast Pass rides a day versus 3. But
Yeah.
my Disney Christmas wish comes partially from the mind of my beautiful girlfriend, Ariel. So she talked about it, and I asked her this question, and she said, bring back to Disney World a nighttime parade because when I was a cast member out here, I had the opportunity to be a part of that parade, and I loved it. It was a very humbling experience going down Main Street. But I would love another nighttime parade out here. Like maybe not paint the night, maybe something similar to what they have at Tokyo Disney Sea, the Tokyo Dreamlights, I think that's what they call it. But bring back a nighttime parade. Give me something with the sparkles out here.
Very good. Yeah, no, and it would be nice to have anything at night out there at Walt Disney World. I'll say for me, what my one Disney Christmas wish comes down to is back here on the West Coast, perhaps announcing or starting work on the next major attraction for California Adventure. There is an expansion pad behind the scenes that has been sitting there for the longest time, the last of the Timon parking lot that used to exist, and butts right up to Cars Land, as well as Hollywood Land right now, and then right in between is the new sort of Marvel Land Avengers campus that is being developed. And it sounds like they are saving that space for a major mega attraction for the Marvel Initiative at California Adventure. I would like to hear that announced. I think that's my big Christmas wish. I want something to go back there. I want California Adventure to finally feel complete, because I feel like it's always been in a state of flux. It's always been in a state of, we're adding, we're growing. Let's figure out, one, what we're going to do with Hollywood Land, because that backlot section is a mess, and there's so much back there that needs help. A whole corner where Monsters Inc. is, and you've got these empty stages and all this space that's not being used.
Randomly, PhilharMagic just came this year too. It's like
anything to get people in the door, because it was just really being ignored.
Yeah. I thought your Christmas wish was going to be something different.
Oh, what did you think?
I thought you were going to say for JPEG to step down.
Well, there's JPEG. There is something that I didn't anticipate you saying, but my goodness, wow.
I don't know. That's what I thought.
It sounds like that's your holiday wish.
I mean,
wasn't in my
mind. Mine is kind of partly because of JPEG, so I'm just praying that he doesn't get rid of it. Now he's going to watch this being like, cut it.
Well, you know, don't you worry.
Hi, JPEG.
Don't you worry, because he'll just be named CEO, and you can deal with that. Congratulations. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Oh, boy.
It's like
Cue Shattered Heart.
putting Scrooge in charge or something. My gosh. To put it in
Scrooge changed.
Christmas references. Well, let's stop off one more time with Gared out in Walt Disney World. Gared, hey, when it comes to your Disney Christmas wishes, when it comes to Hollywood Studios, when it comes to Walt Disney World, do you have any sort of honorable mentions? Anything else you'd like to see happen out there in 2020?
An honorable mention, I would love more character opportunities out here. Because at Disneyland you have like the annual pass holder events. I would love it if Star Wars Land had more characters walking around in there, or just more characters that you don't see very much out here, such as like maybe you can meet some more of the Disney princes, or you can meet Hercules. I've always wanted to meet Hercules because he's Hercules. But more character opportunity is always good, adding entertainment, because the entertainment out at Disney World I think is better than Disneyland. So we're gonna stop the fight right there.
Well, while you're still there, can you just show Gertie real quick? I love Gertie so much. You have to just show Gertie real quick.
Let me see if I can. I think I can flip this thing right.
There she is.
See you soon, old gal.
We'll be there soon. I
Our
had
favorite dino
Gertie
out there in Echo Lake.
She has a cap on too.
Hi, Gertie.
Gorgeous Gertie. That's right. She dresses like Katrina.
Gertie's looking good. Gertie's looking good. Always watching over Indy.
Yep.
That's right. Keeping you safe. Dino style. Well, that's the one thing for this week. Well, my friends, that brings us to the end of the broadcast, unfortunately, and even more unfortunate than that, the end of Tyler and Katrina's experience with us here in 2019. They are about to embark on a very Merry Christmas vacation. Guys, what are your plans? What are you doing?
Oh, man. Well, like we've been talking about, we're off to Disney World, off to Universal Orlando, and going to celebrate most of the holiday over there. We're going to be also going over to Idaho to see my mom and do things, whatever Idaho people do. And
I don't know. She just moved there, so California's coming to Idaho. So
yeah, exactly.
Idahoanians?
Yeah.
Maybe there'll be snow. I don't know.
Oh.
And then I'll watch White Christmas and cry and be like, this is so magical.
You gonna wear that hat?
I probably might
Yeah,
bring
she
it.
probably will.
That would be good.
And wake up Christmas morning being like, hey, what up, Janet? And that's his mom. And then she'd be like, "What are you doing? What are you
What up,
wearing?"
Janet?
Yeah. What up, Janet?
Merry Christmas, girl.
Yeah, really, yeah.
And then we're gonna try to ride Rise of the Resistance. We're
Yeah,
gonna
Rise of
wake
the
up
Resistance
early
is
in the
happening,
morning.
and we're gonna do a couple vlogs while we're over
We're
there,
gonna
I think.
eat.
And
I'm gonna try gluten-free churros again. There's a new place that opened up, and I found out they have gluten-free churros, so I gotta go get those. So we're
we
gonna
got a lot in
be
store.
eating, walking, riding rides,
An
having
eventful
fun.
experience.
Yeah, seeing the castle, me crying, everything. It's like
It's all
like
gonna
so
happen.
many emotions happening right
It
now.
happens every time, so expect it.
It really does.
Breakdown. Yeah.
It's great.
Well, what's going to be happening on attractionfaction.net? What should we look forward to over at your site?
Well, so for the couple weeks we're gone, we're gonna have a few little holiday shows come out from around the Disneyland Resort, like Viva Navidad, and they also have like the Toy Drummer Soldiers and stuff. We'll have a couple of those things kind of sprinkled in through your holidays, so you can check those things out. And then once we're back from Orlando, of course, we'll have some things to share from there too. So it's all an exciting time.
It's gonna be exciting. Yeah.
I just can't wait to. I mean, Rise of the Resistance is really what I'm mostly excited for. Which
You've been saving yourself.
Just any good theme park. I don't care what the property is necessarily. Like I know that's hard to believe, but I really don't. I just want it to be a great attraction. I really do. Like Avatar, I could care less about Avatar, but I love Pandora. I think it's cool. So I just want Rise of the Resistance to be fantastic. That's all I want. Yeah.
Amen to that. Well, we wish you a wonderful experience, a restful vacation, even though you'll be running around the parks for most of it.
Yeah.
But certainly a great experience. Next week, in your spot will be singer-songwriter Christine Evans. She'll be joining us. She'll be here singing in studio. She writes original Disney songs based on films that are, sort of treasured classics. And so
That's cool.
she'll be here to fill your spots, even though no one can.
Oh,
That's
wait.
really sweet. Oh.
But Katrina,
man.
there's one thing that you should know, and that is you and your hat are about to be beat, because I think
Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
You
When
should
it
have worn
comes-
this whole time. What are you doing?
I
Holding
think
out
when
on
it-
me this whole time.
when it comes down to it, there are only a few people that enjoy Christmas more than you. And by a few people, I mean solo me. Okay. I
Your
have
hat's a little off frame, just so.
Is it? Yeah? Shall I? There we go. Yeah.
There you go.
Well,
Yeah.
Hey, there we go. There is nobody that loves Christmas more than me, and I will fight you to the death on that.
my God,
Even though
that's
you have
awesome.
been planning and plotting
Split
for
screen
weeks.
high five.
Woo! Even though you have been planning and plotting for weeks with your various sweaters and stuff,
Oh, yeah.
I thought, you know what? There will come a time. There will come a time where I also.
It's a sparkly belt.
Yeah, well, hey, gotta straighten that out. There will also come a time where I too live my Christmas dream, and that's right now.
And I hope in the next episode, you're going to be singing a Christmas song to show your Christmas spirit.
I will sing the entire time.
Okay, cool.
I will drown out Christine.
Yeah, you're like, girl, be
and-
quiet. It's my
yeah,
turn.
Yeah, just play the keyboard for me. Let me go. Yeah, that's how that'll work.
My question is, does this hat make you a butthead?
Wow. Only if I. Only if I turn around. That's right. Yes. Yeah. But Santa going down the chimney, or maybe if I stand on my head,
Going in
he's
your
standing
brain.
upright. I don't know. But yeah.
That'd be a sight to see. Now I want to see you do a headstand, please. Let's make this happen.
Garrett, in Walt Disney World, did you have a hat you were going to put on, or are you woefully unprepared?
I got my wallet. I'm not really a hat guy. Do you see this hair? This does not get covered up.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh,
This guy.
Yeah,
don't touch the
just like-
merchandise.
Just like Gaston has beautiful hair, so do I.
Oh
I
my
really do. Yeah.
gosh.
You can't cover up this beauty right here. No, no hat for me. But happy holidays, and Katrina, Tyler, can't wait to hang out with you guys out
Yay.
here. Hopefully we get some time together. Probably won't get to go on Rise with you. So I'll just.
He's
have to
already
come out.
canceling on us. You see this?
I know.
I'm already seeing right now.
He's
already
plotting.
He's already
He's like,
plotting
oh, yeah. Oh, I'm busy. Oh, darn.
If only he could have made time.
Katrina has a weird hat. You can't really hang with her.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Can't hang out with people that cover their hair up.
it's true.
No, those anti-hair showing people. I can't stand them.
We just want to cover our hair so that we can highlight your beautiful hair.
Then we can definitely hang out. As long as you provide food.
Got it.
That's how that works. All right. Well, my friends, this has been very good fun. We wish you a wonderful Christmas. Again, we'll be back here live with you next week, just without our two favorite friends here at the table. But we look forward to you joining us next week, 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Pacific. Remember, the legacy of Walt Disney, it lives on because of people like you, me, and, well, Santa's other half. We'll see you next week.